I'm Leslie Coretti, and welcome to Wellness in the Woods. I'll be your host today. We have a lot of exciting things that are going on in the village, so I hope you're interested in things that will help you be more healthy, more vital, and more having really a life that you love. So let's get started and see what's happening in the village this month. Every Monday, of course, we have laughter yoga, and that's at Clubhouse 1. It's 9 to 10 a.m. every Monday morning. Right after laughter yoga, we have our friendship walk, which has been going on now for almost 2 years. So we have a lot of activities that are every week continuing. The friendship walk starts at around 10:10 right outside of Clubhouse 1, the main room where the little flowers and koi pond is. That's where they meet, and then they take off and they walk from Clubhouse 1 to Clubhouse 3 right through the Serpentine Trail. Now on Tuesday, every Tuesday, we have our brain body fitness class with Sue's Angel. That's from 9:30 to 11:15, and that's at the new Clubhouse 2 in the Las Gravillas room. And it is a very special day if you have any pain, hip replacements, knee replacements, basically wanting to learn better posture, get rid of some stiffness. This is an excellent class to attend. Your first class is free. So I hope you might want to all take that in and enjoy that. On Saturday, July the 8th, as you remember, we had Solara on as a guest last month, and she is going to be doing a sacred dance in the way the ancient Egyptians did many years ago. It's a movement that will shift and lift negative or stuck or unhealed energies, and it is going to be absolutely a very special day. This is Saturday at Clubhouse 7 from 10 to 2. She'll be doing the sacred meditational dance, and so will you. Then on July the 13th at Clubhouse 5, Room 1, Solara will be doing another introduction. This will be a workshop where you actually be working on individual trauma recovery through dance. So that will be from 4 to 6 p.m. at Clubhouse 5, Room 1, and this is a $10 charge for this particular event. They will repeat it on July the 20th at Clubhouse 2, and that will be in the Los Olivos room from 3 to 5 p.m. The Nutritional Club is meeting on July the 13th. That's Clubhouse 3, Room 2. They always have great guest speakers, TBA, to be announced. So check the Globe for more information. That will be July the 13th, Clubhouse 3, Room 2, in their regular meeting spot. I also know that the Mindful Eating Club, I cannot believe it. The Mindful Eating Club just celebrated their 2nd anniversary. 2 years, and time just flies like that here in the village. We're always having so much fun. So Clubhouse 2, July the 17th at 11 a.m. will be their next meeting, and you can contact Nancy Fisser if you want to attend this. It is open to all Laguna Woods residents and their guests. Now the Meditation Club, that has been going on also for many years, the Mantra Meditation Club. It's a deeply relaxing experience. They have meditation, music, great company, and food. Now they meet new people right here in the village on Sunday, July the 23rd from 3 to 5 p.m. at Clubhouse 3, Dining Room 2. For the Sunday dinner, you do need to RSVP by calling 272-1675, or you can email mantramed@cox.net. Those are kind of our main events for July that are coming up, so we look forward to seeing you at many of these great events. So now we are going to go and introduce our speaker, Dr. Daniel Kim. and see what he has to say, as well as our second guest, which is Sylvia Landfield. She is 101 years old, and let's find out her secrets. Well, today we have two very special guests with us. We have Sylvia Landfield and her doctor, Dr. Kim. So let me tell you a little bit about Sylvia. We went to the 90th luncheon last month, and Sylvia turned, last month, 101 years old.
Wow.
So we have her here today to talk a little bit more about how she has been keeping so vital and full of energy. So welcome, Sylvia, to our program.
Thank you.
You're very, very welcome. Sylvia, so I mean, it's wonderful that you can walk around, go to meetings, go to luncheons, all these things. What do you think keeps you so young and vital?
First of all, my doctor. That's why I followed him, because he keeps me young and I have to hang on to it. And my son helps.
Okay.
And you help.
All right, that's great. And what I've noticed about you is that you have an attitude of gratitude.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
I have laughed all my life, because some of it because things are funny, and some of it because it keeps me from crying.
Very, 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 very true. Yes, laughter is really great. It keeps your spirit young, and sometimes it's better to laugh than cry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally agree on that.
A laughing dog?
Uh-huh.
Well, I was on the Price is Right show, and the Bob Barker heard me laughing, and he said, he held up the show and he said, "Wait a minute, that's a dirty laugh." And he asked me my name, and because he did, they gave me a $25 money order to Spiegel's catalog. And in that catalog, I found out that I could buy this dog that I had seen in encyclopedias.
Oh.
And a laughing dog, and we got him.
Wow, wow. Well, another thing you told me, so many people say that you're more fun to be with.
That think that what?
That you're more fun to be with than other people. Like when you go to restaurants, you're always laughing?
Always laughing. When we'd go to a restaurant, we'd be laughing so hard, people would be envious of us, and they'd want to join us. They'd come across from all the room to see what we're laughing at. Laughter is great therapy.
It is, definitely,
Oh,
definitely,
yes.
definitely.
Oh, yes.
Well, we have Dr. Kim with us as well. And Dr. Kim, I understand that you have been taking care of Sylvia for 15, 20 years now?
Yep.
And it's totally a miracle for us younger people to even consider being 101 in this great condition. So can you tell me a little bit about your specialty?
I'm an internist. I specialize in geriatrics. I've been working in this community 31 years now.
31 years, wow, wow.
Started in the original office on Moulton Parkway in 1986.
Wow.
And I've been in various several different offices here in town.
Yeah, and you're just down the street on Moulton now. Yeah, so you've always been right around the community. That's great. So there is a question that concerns me, and I'm sure a lot of other residents. I understand that a lot of times there's problems with people taking either too much medicine or medicines that don't go with each other. And this is really a problem. I think a lot of people are taking more medicines than necessary. And so how do you manage that with your patients?
That's a good question. Of course, I've been in practice over 30 years, and during that period of time, from when I did my residency in the 1980s to now, just the number of medications available to prescribe have tripled in number. The drug companion books started out this thick, and now they're much larger. And so there's just that many more medications to prescribe. And I think that there's the trend with medical care over the years has become very specialized, as we all know. And so patients like Sylvia or all my older patients tend to see numerous physicians, various specialists, including their primary care doctors. So I think the reason that the reason is twofold why people end up with so many medications. First, that there are that many more to prescribe, but that the patients are seeing so many different physicians and each of those physicians are prescribing whatever medications are appropriate for the condition they're treating. And sometimes people lose sight of the growing list of medications, and so your primary care doctor has to really review them from time to time to make sure that there aren't duplications or there aren't medications that were intended to be prescribed only short term and discontinued at some point.
Right. So is that basically one of the things that you do to make sure that they're taking the proper medication?
Right. On most visits, the first thing we do is review the medication list and discontinue those that are no longer appropriate or necessary.
Right. I understand that. So, Dr. Kim, on I believe July the 15th, we're planning our next Wellness in the Woods Health Fair, and we would love to invite you to come and maybe answer some questions that people may have in regards to their medications, which I know there are a lot, and maybe you could give some tips on how people can keep more healthy and vital, and do they actually need all those medications? I mean, are there some medications that are not necessary or overkill?
Yes, frequently so.
Frequently?
I mean, it's a rare situation where if a patient is on a list of medicines that are at least half a dozen or longer, it's oftentimes at least one or several of the medicines are no longer necessary. Or they might be similar to some of the other medications they're already taking.
So they're like duplications.
Correct. Right.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think that, what do you think about people taking medications versus eating properly for their general health?
Well, I mean, again, if you look at how the newer medications have come out or evolved over the last 3-4 decades, there's been huge advances in the effectiveness of the medications, the fact that many of them have less side effects than the older ones used to have. They're more convenient to take since the technology has developed such that most medications only need to be taken once a day nowadays.
Instead of 4 times a day.
Instead of 3-4 times a day, which was common 30-40 years ago.
Right.
So that's improved the convenience and effectiveness of the treatments. But still, you have to be careful when the more medications you're taking, they can interact with each other or have adverse effects. So.
Well, Dr. Kim, we really thank you for coming out and visiting with us today, and I'm sure that people in the community are going to have tons of questions to ask you, about different types of medications that they may be taking. So, if you're interested, this will be on July the 15th, and this will be at Clubhouse 7 from 10 to 2. However, Dr. Kim has a very tight schedule and may be working on Saturday as well, so he'll probably only be there for an hour. So stay tuned and look for more information on our health fair in July on the 15th at Clubhouse 7. Dr. Kim, thank you so much for coming. And Sylvia.
My pleasure.
You know what?
Thank you so much for coming too.
I'm so happy being 101 that I'm reluctant to leave.
that there's something for everyone out there. But some people never stop searching. I've looked long and hard through these parts, and I thank my lucky stars I stumbled across a special place, a unique place, where you never know what you'll find. The Trading Post, only on Channel 6.
Well, as promised, we're back, and we have a really great surprise for you. David has cooked up an incredible salad that you can make easily. So David, tell us a little bit about how this started. I know this is your girlfriend's favorite dish.
Yeah, I've created a monster because she asked me to make this for her pretty much every week, and it's really good. It's really simple. Basically, we had cucumber, lime, cilantro in the house, which I know already goes together, but I was like, all right, well, how can I make this a little more interesting? And so we got some cherry tomatoes, some actual cherries, which I have not tried in here yet, but.
Okay, so how are we going to do this? We've got the tomatoes already chopped up.
Yeah, we've already cut our tomatoes. These are cherry tomatoes that we cut in half. You could do them in half or in quarters, either way. I like vegetables kind of being chopped a little bit smaller, as opposed to big chunks. I feel like you get more flavor.
Right, the flavor comes out better.
Yeah.
Yes,
so
definitely.
we can kind of just put this all in together.
All right.
Made this on Father's Day too, and
then what about this? I've been chopping the onions.
the green onions.
The green onions.
Yep.
Okay.
Can throw those in the mix.
All right.
And this is kind of like, you kind of experiment. It depends on how citrusy you want it. You could do 2 limes. You can start with 1. Really depends on kind of what your taste is, So maybe we got a lot of stuff in there. Maybe we'll do 2 limes.
Okay.
So you could put jalapeno in here. You could do different kinds of peppers. I like to put some little chili flake in there. I tend to put too much in. And I'm the only one in the house that likes spice, so.
Well, you can put it on your dish.
Yeah,
Okay.
I will. This is fun for everyone. This is family friendly.
And what did you put on right now?
This is the chopped cilantro.
Oh, chopped cilantro. Okay.
Very, very, very finely chopped.
Okay. All right. So.
And then go ahead and,
and
we can
mix
mix
it.
that up.
Okay. Oh.
I haven't put pepper in. I didn't put any oil in. We try to eat pretty clean. And olive oil is not really bad for you, but if you don't need to use it, then
Keep it pure. Keep it pure.
Yeah. So that's.
All right. Look at how that is turning out.
That's the gist of it.
That's the gist of it.
Man, it looks
isn't
better
it?
on TV than it does in my own kitchen. This is my favorite thing in the world, basically. This is called a sous vide, and what it is an immersion circulation cooker. So this nifty contraption keeps your water at a constant temperature. So say you want to make chicken, but every time you make chicken it dries out and you're frustrated and you're like, man, I really want to make chicken, but it doesn't always turn out the way you want it to. So this is pretty cool, and it doesn't take up a lot of electricity. It's very, very safe. It's designed by a company in San Francisco, a startup, and they've just released a new one that's extremely affordable. So highly recommend it. It's sort of one of those things you have to try it and see it to believe it, because everybody that I explain it to is extremely confused.
So basically, David, the beauty of this pot is, for one thing, You don't have to worry about ever burning anything.
Right.
You don't have to worry about it catching on fire.
Right.
And it keeps your food at a constant temperature.
Yeah.
A low temperature.
Yeah, it's that low and slow concept. My whole family, we all the guys in the family have one. And the cool thing too is like this is a London broil. I don't know if you want to get a close up of that. With this style of cooking, this cheap cut of meat turns into a really, really tasty
sirloin steak.
Sirloin, like steakhouse quality.
This is
steak.
absolutely amazing. I can't wait to taste this.
Well, the interesting thing too is this technique has been around for a really long time. And when you go to a steakhouse, you go to a nice restaurant, and you have a really good steak or pork chop or something like that, this is how they've been cooking it. But it's only been in the last like 4 to 5 years that it's been,
that they let out the secret.
Yeah, they've let the secret out. It's more like for residential use now. So after you season, I just do simple salt and pepper. Very, very easy. You could do whatever you want, throw some garlic in there. But for our purpose today, salt and pepper. So you get all the air out.
Seal it.
Seal it up. So after about like 45 minutes, it comes out. Looks like this. Yeah, it looks like that. It's like, oh, well, yeah, cool. It looks done, kind of, right? So you got to finish it off. And this is
where the magic happens?
Yeah, this is the last step.
Okay.
I've made tacos for people, and I've used this method, and it's just it never fails. It's good, especially for like a big party, if you have a bunch of people over or something, and you want to cook a bunch of stuff and not have to worry so much about it. My problem is I like to do really long cooks.
Right.
For like multiple days. And that's not good when you have a bunch of hungry people.
No, it's not good.
So you want to get a pot, cast iron or something really hot.
Or a grill.
Or a grill. Throw it on there.
You want to take a look at this? I mean, it is just sizzling on this is an electric pot. Because we can't do a barbecue here in the studio.
Nope. So I also have some chicken in there that I did, because like I was saying, chicken's like really tricky, but not with the sous vide. And so this is already.
Here you go, dear.
Thank you. This was already seasoned and in a bag. So I just dropped it in there. And,
directly from the supermarket.
Yeah, it hasn't been opened. It's like pre-seasoned and everything. So you can do veggies with this. You can do eggs, hard-boiled eggs. Drop them in like the night before when you wake up. They're done, cooked at a really low temperature. They're super fluffy. So this is the chicken before being seared. Yeah. So it's before seared. It was already vacuum sealed and everything. So we'll throw that on here. Oops. You don't have to worry about like cross-contamination because it's already cooked.
Whoa, nice.
Cool.
All right.
So I'll cut into this.
Okay, all right, okay. And then I will do the honors so we can all taste it.
So that's, medium rare is how I like it. But it's
But just look at how beautiful that turned out.
It's
wow.
Perfectly cooked all the way through.
Wow, isn't
Top
that
to bottom.
beautiful? It looks, they're talking about you can only do a roast beef, unless it's a big chunk of meat and it has to be done. We did just the same thing in just one little teeny slice.
Yeah.
That's amazing. That is amazing.
45 minutes,
45 minutes.
About 130 degrees.
That is totally amazing. Okay, so I am going to take this one over here and slice it up so everyone can taste.
So there's different, like if you cook the chicken for longer, it'll, depending on how long you cook it and what temperature, it'll give you a very shreddable texture, or it'll be like a very firm texture. The same thing with the steak. But you can see it's just like.
Oh my God! Nick, Can you get this? It is just like so easy to cut. It's just amazing. All right.
Ken Goldenberg is a fan also. He doesn't have one. I think he was waiting for Father's Day, and I forgot to ask him if he got one or not.
If he did get it.
Yeah.
Okay, so we are going to make a little plate here. And, okay, so we have 2 different types of meat. Wow.
Really good.
Okay, look at that.
Cuts super, super easy.
Yeah, it is just, it's like melt in your mouth. I'm going to try one little piece.
She couldn't resist.
I couldn't resist. Come on. Nick, you are not, you are not going to believe this. Talk about melt in your mouth. Oh.
Let's try one too.
Oh no. Too good.
Right?
Are we on the train for flavor?
We're on the train to 2 tickets to...
2 tickets, yeah.
On the train to Flavor Town.
Wow. I mean, this is absolutely melting in your mouth. I mean, you know, people, they don't want to eat chicken because it's like dry.
Yeah.
You know, especially me. I'm like, don't give me breast. This is amazing. I'm going to just try one more piece.
Well, we got to feed everybody else too.
No, this is really good.
We're not feeding anyone else.
Okay, that's my bite. All right, Dave, come in. There you go. Go ahead, try.
Yep. Perfect.
That is great.
She's beside herself.
You have seen it first, right here on Laguna Woods Channel 6, the new method of cooking with the sous vide.
You got it.
Yeah.
This very heart of mine has been lifted by you. And it's love without a share. My life's been troubled.